What's going on, y'all? AFO back again after day 2 of the NFL draft, and I will not be going over all the picks on day 2, obviously. I'm just going to focus on my team and how I thought it went. Overall, I thought it went pretty well. The first pick we were thinking, I was thinking, I'm just going to get straight into it, but I was thinking Terrace Marshall. He was still there on the board. He ended up going to the Panthers. But we picked Dillon Radunz. I'd never heard of him before. Had to look him up a little bit, and they showed his highlights. I haven't even liked the tweet yet. But it's a solid pick, especially after what happened last year with Isaiah Wilson and him being dumb and having off-the-field issues and all that goofy stuff. It's, we had to make this pick, and then also with Dennis Kelly, his contract was... I think we should have kept him, if we're being totally honest, but got rid of him, got rid of a lot of other veterans on the team, just in general. And we signed Kendall Lamb. Kendall Lamb he's not the future at right tackle for us. He is totally not the future at right tackle. Hold on 1 second, got a little distracted. Let's see. Videos, shoot. Hold on 1 second. Got to make sure this is all going good, all setting up good. Kendall Lamb he's not the future right tackle for us. He is totally not the future right tackle. There we go. Had to make sure I pulled it up. Pulled it up on my phone real quick just to make sure everything's running smoothly. But anyways, yeah, they I hadn't heard of him. They showed his highlights when we picked him, and it was pretty well. It was pretty good. He was at left tackle, which is what he played at, protecting Trey Lance's blind side. He obviously went number 3 to the 49ers. And it seems like he's a solid player, coming from the FCS at North Dakota State. Obviously only played 1 game this year, due to the COVID thing, and so did Trey Lance, obviously. But overall, I think if he transitions to right tackle, that right tackle you do have pressure, obviously, but the pressure ain't as much on you since most quarterbacks are right-handed. You're the front side protector, and usually the left tackle has to be the most athletic guy, and they got to be able to contend against other just top pass rushers in general. So I think if he shifts over to right tackle, he'll be pretty good. Great run blocker, a mauler. They were saying he gets into fights and stuff after, or not fights, but he pushes till after the play sometimes, which is something that you can really enjoy and really want in an O-lineman. Me being an O-lineman myself, you gotta have that fight and that dog in you, as they say. So yeah, I like the pick. I like the pick initially. Wanted a receiver, and we didn't. Turns out we didn't pick a receiver the rest of the night, which kind of got on my nerves a little bit, but I have a feeling that we really think... let me get rid of that. I have a feeling that we really think that Tylan Wallace or a... what's his name? Emron St. Brown, or Emross St. Brown or whatever, or even... what's his name? Something Powell. I can't remember his name either. Played for Clemson. I think the Titans are trusting in Josh Reynolds a little bit. Some people are joking that Julio Jones is coming to us if we're not picking receiver. That's not the case, I don't think. I just can't see that happening, but it's so it kind of threw me off guard a little bit. But in the end, it's a solid pick. I think it's a great pick. I wish we didn't have to make this pick. I wish that Isaiah Wilson would have stuck to his guts and actually did something for the team. But now he's not even playing football anymore. So that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Ooh, excuse me. And then later I was going to say later in round 3. In round 3, we ended up trading back with the Packers. Packers ended up getting Amari Rodgers. Finally getting help for Aaron Rodgers after so freaking long. So we traded back to it was pick number 92, I think is what it was. And we got Monty Rice from Georgia. This pick caught me off guard as well. We're still... Most Titans fans are in that mode where we're still thinking, hey, we need a receiver still, so everyone's still thinking receiver. It gets you wondering, Jayon Brown signed for 1 year.
So I guess it took a little bit of time for me to really think about this, but Jaylen Brown and Rashaan Evans, they're not going to come back. One of the two is most likely going to leave. And so I think this is what this pick is for. We do have David Long behind both Jaylen Brown and Rashaan Evans right now. But I truly feel like oh man, I lost my train of thought. I feel like this is just a backup, a depth pick for the future. You know, if Rashaan Evans wants to leave for a big paycheck and say Jaylen Brown wants to as well. I think one of them will most likely leave, and I think this is what this pick is for that depth. Or he could even compete for a starting job next year if one of them does leave. So it is a solid pick. He ranges, I think they said he was like 6 foot. Let's see. Let me scroll up a little bit. He's like 6 foot, 235 or something like that. Coverage linebacker. It's kind of reminds you of Jaylen Brown in a sense, I would say. Let's see. Hold on. Trade alert. There we go. Monty Rice adding to the defense. There we go. It doesn't say his height or anything, but I think this will end up being. It's an interesting pick. Maybe we probably could have waited for him, honestly, if we really wanted to. But I think it's solid, good depth. Behind Rashaan Evans and Jaylen Brown if one of them gets hurt, and even behind switching in with David Long as well. And I don't even know if Will Compton's still on the team, honestly, but and for him as well. So there's not much to say about him. He played, he had the sack fumble recovery against Tennessee. That's all I remember seeing from him, sadly. Not going to talk about that too much, but that leads us to the last pick of the night that we had. It was Elijah Molden, I can't talk. Elijah Molden, corner from Washington. And I was initially shocked at first because I'm like, well, we passed on another receiver. And I just felt like we need receiver help, but I didn't really look into Elijah Molden. If you go on the big board, at least on Bleacher Report, for cornerback, he was actually right behind Asante Samuel Jr. and even ahead of Eric Stokes in there. Big board. The big board's not really saying too much because they did have Farley below Newsome, and so. Take it at what you will, but I think it's a solid pick. He's a slot guy, about 5'9". He's small, and they said he had small arms and whatnot, but he really excels in the slot, and he's versatile and can start in the nickel defense, and he can start right away for us in the slot. Honestly, he's better than Kevin Johnson. I know that for sure. So you'd have like a Janoris Jenkins. Janoris Jenkins adds a lot of value right here. Since Malcolm Butler's gone and even Adoree Jackson's gone, that veteran experience he's going to have to go with, Caleb Farley and Elijah Molden and Christian Fulton and even a Chris Jackson if you want to add him into it. He was a 7th round pick in last year's draft, and even a Kevin Byard too. They'll be coaching up them, and plus Amani Hooker, even though Amani Hooker's got a couple years in the league. But this is a better pick than Daggum Monty Rice pick in my opinion. I truly think he can come in and start day one. He's good. He might do better than Desmond King. Desmond King, I feel like just didn't fit our defensive scheme as well. He's more of he wasn't a straight up man-to-man corner. I don't think. And Elijah Molden really excels with that, with his fast twitch, from what I saw when they showed his highlights after we picked him. So I really liked it. And of course my browser wants to go wary. There we go. I'm trying to get this. Now I'm going to retweet this one. I liked, it caught me off guard because, we're stuck in the realm of, we want a receiver really bad. But you look into it, we do need defensive help. We lost 2 corners, added Janoris Jenkins, and we added another 2 corners. We added Kevin Johnson too, but we ain't gonna worry about him. But it's a solid pick. We have a core trio, and if they can build together,
with Kevin Byard and Amani Hooker, if Amani Hooker plays up to par, and if our defense, we'll truly see if it was the players that sucked last year or if it's the defensive scheme. And I'm truly, truly hoping that it's the scheme and not the players. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it may be a little bit of both, but I don't know. Well, I really, really love this pick. But overall, my whole thoughts on the Titans. Let's see, all teams. Let me go back to the Titans. The one key thing that does stick out, and most Titans fans are really clamoring about, is no receiver chosen. We passed off Terrace Marshall for one, and Tutu, the guy from Louisville. We passed up on him too, and we traded back at the Packers, and they got Amari Rodgers. We could have got Amari Rodgers right there at 85. So that's the one big issue. And then, with Amani Rice, you could have waited on that and get a receiver there. But, you look at it tomorrow, rounds 4, we've got 6 picks left. And I guarantee you we're probably going to trade up for one of these in either round 5. I said we trade up in round 5 possibly. But, we got 2 picks next round. Round 5, we got 1, 2 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th. I'm pretty sure we will pick at least 2 receivers. If I want to take a good bet on it, we'll probably take 2 receivers here. And, you could even look at all positions. If you trust the big board at Bleacher Report, I just love using it because it's simple to use and to look at. But Davion Nixon was rated number 11, and he's still up there for some reason. That's interesting. So could you take a gamble on him if you want to? You lost Daquan Jones, I'm pretty sure he went to the Panthers just last week, or in the last few days. So, would you take a stab at him and pair him with, Jeffrey Simmons inside and Danico Autry? Who knows? You could really take a chance. Look at the Colts. The Colts are taking chances on D-line because they know they got to be able to stop, Kwity Paye. They got him, and they got some other linemen today. Who was it? They just picked him today. I can't remember who it was. No, not the. All right, yeah, Dayo Odeyingbo, defensive end. So they're adding up front. Well, hold on a second. To the Washington football team, John B. What's up, my man? All right, are you serious? That came out of nowhere, but I guess We'll go on with the Colts. The Colts are building up front to try and stop Derrick Henry, in my opinion, because Kwity Paye is more of a run stopper right now, just currently, and he's got to develop his pass rush skills, but a solid player. And that's what scares me about the Colts is they know what they're doing. Jaguars, Texans, not really. But yeah, look at the big board again. We'll take a look at receiver, undrafted. I'm pretty big on Tylan Wallace. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I do like him. We could even go Cornell Powell from Clemson. So I trust John Robinson. Obviously, I still think we should have picked a receiver today, but just overall, I feel like we'll at least get 2 tomorrow. Whether that be we get a Tylan Wallace, I feel like St. Brown might be a solid pickup for us tomorrow with one of the 2 4th-round picks that we got. But just overall, great. It was a good draft tonight. So far the draft's been going well for the Titans. I think they've been picking at teams they are like positions of need pretty well. Even going BPA at some points, but I really enjoy what they're doing. But man, that caught me off guard. That whole Aaron Rodgers been traded. I don't even know if that's true or not. If it was true, we'd be seeing it on all of our notifications. That's interesting. That caught me all off guard. But anyways, that's gonna be it for me, y'all. Just wanted to quickly go over the day 2 of the Titans draft. I didn't really want to go over the whole draft like I did last night, or the whole first round like I did last night. But I think we got a big important day tomorrow. This is where John Robinson usually excels.
He's done pretty well in the years past in the 4th and 5th round. Monty Hooker, 4th round. You got Jaylen Brown in the 5th round a few years back, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I think this Aaron Rodgers news he might just be playing with me. I don't really know, but just thank you for watching, John B. If that was you watching the whole time, I just like doing this. It's a little quicker for me and a little bit better. Just stream it. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. AFO the GOAT is out. God bless.